Imagine waking up at 3 a.m. again, rushing to the bathroom. You stare at the ceiling afterward, wondering why sleep feels like a luxury. You've stopped drinking water after 6 p.m., but it didn't help. You've tried herbal teas, over-the-counter meds, and even those odd exercises someone posted online. Still, the problem persists. But here's something no one tells you. What if it's not your bladder? What if it's your prostate slowly and silently being damaged by your everyday habits? In this video, we're going to uncover the quiet killers of prostate health, the habits men over 50 do daily without realizing the long-term consequences. And most importantly, we'll talk about natural, research-backed ways to heal. So stay with me until the end. This might just be the turning point your body needs. Let's start with something incredibly simple yet powerful. How you sit. Yes, sitting. Most men sit more than 8 to 10 hours a day. Whether it's at work, watching TV, or driving, prolonged sitting reduces blood flow to the pelvic area. Poor circulation can irritate or inflame the prostate. It can also worsen BPH, benign prostatic hyperplasia, or an enlarged prostate. And once that swelling begins, it's hard to reverse without conscious changes. Now you might think, but I work a desk job. What am I supposed to do? You don't need to quit your job or stop relaxing. But standing up and stretching every 30 to 60 minutes, doing simple pelvic tilts, and taking short walks can dramatically help. And if you can, get a standing desk. These micro movements may seem small, but they compound over weeks into major prostate relief. Next, your bathroom habits. Have you ever ignored the urge to urinate? Maybe you're stuck in a meeting or driving. But holding urine for long periods strains your bladder and tightens the muscles around your prostate. Over time, this weakens bladder function and increases inflammation. You might even start feeling the urge to pee more frequently because your bladder muscles become overactive. Ironic, isn't it? So here's the fix. Don't delay urination. Make it a rule to never hold it beyond 30 to 45 minutes. Train your body to release when it needs to, not when it's convenient. This single habit change can drastically reduce pressure on the prostate. Let's move to something even more hidden, your food. Men don't usually think of diet when they think of prostate health, but science does. Foods high in saturated fats, like processed meats, fried fast food, and full-fat dairy, have been shown to increase the risk of prostate inflammation. They promote excess estrogen production, which throws off the delicate hormonal balance that keeps your prostate functioning well. At the same time, diets low in antioxidants fail to protect the prostate from oxidative stress. That means more cell damage, more inflammation, and more symptoms. But it's not about going vegan. It's about simple upgrades. Add more foods rich in zinc like pumpkin seeds, beans, and cashews. Zinc plays a direct role in shrinking prostate tissue and controlling DHT, a hormone that can inflame the gland when out of balance. Introduce lycopene-rich foods like tomatoes, watermelon, and pink grapefruit. Lycopene is a powerful antioxidant that helps reduce prostate size and prevent cancer cells from forming. And drink green tea instead of soda or sugary coffee. Green tea is loaded with polyphenols that soothe inflammation. Now let's talk about something even more taboo: your bedroom habits. Many men don't realize that a healthy sex life is tied to a healthy prostate. Regular ejaculation helps flush the prostate, reducing the risk of fluid buildup and inflammation. When men go long periods without release, it can lead to prostatitis, painful swelling and irritation of the gland. But this doesn't mean pressure or shame. It's not about performance. It's about understanding your biology. Even 2 to 3 times a week, solo or with a partner, can make a measurable difference. Now, let's move to hydration, but with a twist. Drinking water is good, right? Yes, but when you drink matters too. Many men drink a lot of water late in the evening, thinking they're being healthy. But this floods your bladder at night, wakes you up to urinate, and disrupts your hormonal sleep cycle. Sleep is when your body heals. Interrupted sleep means your testosterone drops, your stress hormone cortisol rises, and your prostate stays inflamed. So here's the trick. Drink most of your fluids before 6 p.m. Sip in the evening only if you're thirsty. And reduce caffeine after 2 p.m. It irritates the bladder and ramps up nighttime urination. Let's not forget stress. Chronic stress is silent but deadly. It increases inflammation, disrupts hormones, and tightens muscles around your pelvic area. The more anxious you are, the more your body tenses, especially in the hips and lower abdomen. This directly compresses the prostate. So, how do you manage stress? You don't need an expensive therapist. Start with 10 minutes of deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, or even walking in nature. It's free and it works. Still with me? Good. Because now we're entering territory that's rarely talked about: chemicals. Yes, your environment is affecting your prostate. Plastic bottles, canned foods, pesticides. These all contain endocrine disruptors like BPA and phthalates. These chemicals mimic estrogen and throw off your natural hormonal balance. Over time, they shrink testosterone and enlarge your prostate. So switch to BPA-free containers, eat organic when you can, and avoid heating food in plastic. Let's now talk about something powerful: movement. You don't need a gym membership, but regular exercise boosts testosterone, improves blood flow, and reduces inflammation. All great news for your prostate. Try brisk walking, cycling with a soft seat, swimming, or bodyweight squats. Aim for 20 to 30 minutes a day. It's not about fitness. It's about healing your internal organs. Now, here's a lesser-known tip: posture. Slouching compresses your lower abdomen, tightens your pelvic muscles, and restricts blood flow to your prostate. Poor posture over time leads to stagnation and swelling. So be mindful of your posture when sitting, walking, even sleeping. Keep your spine neutral, shoulders relaxed, and core slightly engaged. And finally, listen to your body. If you're waking up often to pee, feeling pelvic discomfort, or noticing sexual performance issues, it's not just age. These are early signs. The earlier you act, the better your recovery. Remember, you don't need a prescription to take control of your health. You need awareness. And that begins with breaking the silence around the prostate. So, if this resonated with you, don't just keep it to yourself. Share this video, leave a comment, tell a friend, because one conversation can change a life. Your prostate isn't your enemy. It's your signal. Listen to it. Let's heal. Not later, but now. But let me ask you this. When was the last time you truly paid attention to your bathroom habits? It may sound awkward, maybe even uncomfortable to think about, but hidden within those quiet moments in the restroom lies one of the earliest, most reliable warnings your body gives when your prostate is suffering. You see, one of the earliest symptoms of prostate problems isn't pain. It's not even fatigue. It's changes in how you urinate. That subtle urgency that creeps up at night, that slow, weak stream you've convinced yourself is just age. That feeling of never fully emptying your bladder. We chalk it up to stress, or too much water, or not enough. But what if I told you that this tiny habit, ignoring these signals, is one of the most dangerous things a man over 50 can do? Let's take a story from a real man, Carlos, a 62-year-old grandfather who still had the heart of a 30-year-old. But Carlos had one habit. He held in his urge to pee constantly, on long drives, during meetings, even while gardening. It was always, "I'll go later." Then came the night he couldn't go at all. Complete retention. A swollen, painful bladder. A rushed hospital visit. A shocked doctor. "Why didn't you come earlier?" they asked. That's the thing about silent prostate damage. It never shouts. It whispers. And most men never listen until it's nearly too late. Now, Imagine if Carlos had simply listened to his body, taken those nighttime wake-ups seriously, mentioned it during his annual checkup. The entire episode, at the fear, the pain, the hospital, could have been avoided. That brings us to the next silent habit, ignoring hydration and how overhydrating at the wrong time backfires. You've probably heard, drink 8 glasses of water a day. But did you know when you drink matters more than how much you drink? Many older men think staying hydrated will flush their system. But gulping water late in the day, especially after 7 p.m., leads to frequent nighttime urination. This not only disrupts deep sleep, which your body uses to repair the prostate, but also places stress on the bladder. Your prostate already presses on your bladder as it enlarges with age. Combine that with a full bladder at 2 a.m., and you've got pressure on pressure. Better habit, hydrate earlier in the day, taper off by 6 p.m., and focus on water-rich foods like cucumbers, watermelon, and celery in the afternoon. These hydrate without flooding your bladder at night. And speaking of food, the deadly diet mistake that silently inflames your prostate, every meal you eat either fights inflammation or fuels it. And for most men, the modern Western diet is a bombshell of prostate-damaging foods. Processed meats like bacon and sausages, high-fat dairy, excess red meat, all these create a pro-inflammatory environment in the body, meaning your prostate is constantly under silent attack. Now add sugar to the mix. The kind hidden in ketchup, bread, healthy granola bars. Sugar increases insulin, and insulin stimulates the growth of prostate tissue. That's right, sugar doesn't just affect your weight. It can actually enlarge your prostate over time. Better habit? Add natural anti-inflammatories like tomatoes, rich in lycopene, green tea, turmeric, pumpkin seeds, and cruciferous vegetables like broccoli. These don't just help, they nourish your prostate. And let's not forget, stress. Chronic stress equals silent destruction. Most men carry stress like armor. We bury it, power through, pretend we're fine. But stress activates cortisol. And long-term elevated cortisol reduces immune function and increases inflammation, especially in the pelvic region. Studies show that stressed men are more likely to have prostate inflammation, erectile issues, and nighttime urination. Better habit, daily deep breathing. 10 minutes of walking in nature, laughter, meditation, even a few minutes a day helps. It's not woo-woo. It's science-backed protection. Let's take a breath. If you're realizing now, wow, I've done most of these things, don't panic. You're not alone. And this video isn't about fear. It's about power, about taking back control. Because awareness is the first cure. You now understand how something as simple as when you drink water, how you handle stress, and what's on your plate can radically shape your prostate's future. Now, imagine yourself 6 months from now. You're sleeping through the night. No sudden urges, no discomfort, no second guessing. Why? Because you listened. And you acted. So here's what you do next. Start by observing your habits. Not judging, just noticing. Swap one damaging habit with one healing one. Maybe drink your last glass of water by 6 p.m. Make a small meal change. Swap sausage for a veggie omelet. Choose calm, just one 5-minute breathing session tomorrow. One change at a time, one habit at a time. That's how real transformation happens. And your prostate, it'll thank you quietly, because silence this time will mean health.